Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, I wanted to talk about the Season 1 update, the biggest Season 1 update we've ever seen in Call of Duty history. And I don't think it's far-fetched to actually make that claim. But anyways, I just wanted to hop right into it. I'll hopefully have some decent gameplay for you to watch, some zombies, some Warzone, me just dicking around with the new stuff. The Season 1 update contained new multiplayer maps. It contained new zombies maps. It contained a new Warzone map. It contained a lot of bug fixes. It contained a lot of balance passes for Warzone and multiplayer and zombies. New weapons. There are new perks for multiplayer, and Warzone has its perk system overhauled. It as well overhauled a couple weapon systems. There's new kill streaks and probably 1,000 other things I didn't mention, because seriously, it is the biggest Season 1 update ever. This season is packed with content, and I'm super excited to be playing. Seriously, I know the sentiment around Call of Duty has been just terrible recently. I mean, you can even go look at the reviews on Steam. It's got terrible reviews, and it's unfortunate because I genuinely think this is a great game. But let's not get into the negativity. I like to stay positive around here. Let me talk about the actual changes and what I like and what I dislike, if I dislike any of it at all. First off, the new guns. This is kind of like the biggest deal here. Everyone likes new guns. That is the content for a lot of people. So that there's new guns, new things to use. The Maddox from Black Ops 4 and a new SMG called the Kodot. There's also the ballistic knife weapon that is in the weekly challenges. And then coming later in the season, we get a crossbow. And then honestly, I'm pretty sure we get like a sniper and something else in Season 1 later down the road. But I don't want to talk about later down the road. I want to talk about right now. And in the game, there's 3 weapons that you can get: the ballistic knife, the assault rifle Maddox, and the SMG Kodot. They are fun to use. Nothing to really say about them. They just feel like guns. Nothing really crazy to say. They are pretty good in multiplayer, in zombies, and in Warzone. They're just pretty good. Nothing to really say about them. They're not really broken. They're just pretty good. They're in line with other choices to use in the game, so they would be pretty balanced if I had to say so myself. Another huge one was the new Warzone map. Haven's Hollow got released, and I will say they fixed like 90% of the issues that those COD Next players had. The people that got to play the map early, everyone shit on that map. Maybe too harshly, I'm not sure. I never got to play it. I just watched clips of it, and I definitely saw some of the gripes, and they are definitely fixed in this version of Haven's Hollow. I actually really do like it. It's fresh, it's new, and that's pretty much all I wanted. It's bright and vibrant, it's colorful. That is pretty much everything I really need in a Resurgence style map. Now, unfortunately, it is only a Resurgence style map. Verdansk is still a thing, and that still sucks. I don't want to play on Verdansk, but for some reason, this iteration of Warzone, even on Verdansk, feels different. It feels better, smoother, quicker. Everything about it just feels like it runs better. It almost feels like I got a 30, 40, 50 FPS boost. And maybe I did. I'm not sure. But everything feels better. It may be the netcode. It may actually be the servers got improved because they feel a lot nicer. Everything feels more fluid. Opening chests, to putting on armor plates, to picking up weapons off the ground, to gunfights. I still die around corners sometimes, but it's not terrible. It's usually one bullet may follow me behind a corner. But overall, the game actually just, for some reason, feels a lot better, and I can't seem to pinpoint it. I also can't wait until the wall jumping is in the game. I think that's going to be super fun to mess around with on the maps, to find different locations that you can, maneuver around buildings with. Maybe climb to the roof of a building a lot quicker instead of taking the death route, the one-way death route. You can actually just do some wall bounces and get up onto the top of the roof. I can't wait until we find some stuff like that. That'll be fun. I think they should implement it rather soon than later. I think an LTM, including wall jumping and the grappling hook, will be a great idea. Maybe release that probably in a week. I think that should be here pretty soon. However, they did separate the Rebirth maps. So there's Rebirth Island and there is the new Haven's Hollow. Now they're in a rotation. I hate rotations. They are super annoying. If I'm honest, I don't want to play on Rebirth Island. It's a pretty cool map. I've played many hundreds of hours on Rebirth Island. I don't want to play anymore. I want to play the new Haven's Hollow and I'll hop on there, and it's like, oh, you have to wait 8 minutes. Then I just don't want to play the game. I go play something else on. I go play zombies, or I just get off the game. I don't want to play Rebirth Island, and so that kind of hurts my experience, to be honest. But I'm sure they have a decent reason for doing it. However, it doesn't align with my feelings. I wish it was different. I wish that they were separate and I could play the new map by itself without having to wait 15 minutes for the new rotation. Keeping on talking about Warzone, the perk system got a major overhaul and genuinely feels like really interesting. It actually feels really nice. And a lot of the perks, I definitely kind of sit there and I go, I wonder which one I want to use. There are some redundant ones, or not redundant, but ones that just kind of seem like they suck ass and need some sort of boost. They need something else in there to make me want to use them. Maybe a counter towards another thing. Because like the Bombardier one, I'm pretty sure just kind of protects you against a lot of those things. Just kind of sucks. I mean, there's just kind of no real reason to use that one over the other choices. And then Ghost, for some reason, Ghost counters advanced UAVs. Meaning when you go buy a UAV 3 times, you pop 3 UAVs, $6,000 times 3, $18,000 you spent on UAVs, Ghost counters it. In my opinion, that is a questionable, at the very minimum, change. Revert that. Or at least change that. I would like to see those LTMs soon, like Plunder with wall jumping and the new grappling hook. They'll just give me an ability to kind of hop in, get used to all that movement and the grappling hook, as well as level up guns if I'm not feeling zombies, because zombies can get really repetitive for me as I'm camo grinding, and sometimes I need to level a gun up. So I will hop into Warzone because the leveling in Warzone is ridiculous right now. I personally just don't find buyback to be the LTM of choice. I would much rather them have put like a Plunder or just at least something different. I know Plunder's just like, it's very easy to sink into Plunder and get trapped in Plunder because there's just a bunch of bots in Plunder. And it can be nice to just farm a 50 kill game in Plunder. And just level guns up and just exist only in Plunder. Trust me, I spent many years playing, or many hours playing Plunder in the beginning when I first started Warzone back in 2019 or 2020 when it first came out. And yeah, man, I was just on Plunder all the time. It was a great place to level guns because I was a free-to-play player, so I was pretty much always on Warzone Plunder. Anyways, let's switch over to zombies because zombies got a bunch of stuff as well. So first off, the new map, Astra Malorum, I believe is what it's called. This map is super fun and it's actually beautiful. I hope that you can run this game at high settings because man, does this game look really good on them. The map is quite small. Like, it's the smallest map we've gotten in a long time from what I can remember, probably back since Black Ops 1 is probably that small. Like, it is quite a small map, probably Shangri-La small, but it doesn't really matter because Easter egg's fun and the environment is incredible. I mean, you're in a ring of Saturn. It doesn't really get cooler than that. You look up in the skybox, and it doesn't really matter. The Easter egg could be terrible. The boss fight could be terrible. The wonder weapon could be terrible. And I would still like the map because it's freaking beautiful. And that kind of carries the map for me. But the wonder weapon is cool. The concept of the map is cool. The beginning cutscene is awesome. It's honestly a really solid map. And I'm really happy that Zombies is finally grasping its identity again. I'm happy that we're back. And as well, there is a new survival map called Exit 115. It's basically the diner on Ashes of the Damned. You get the TED machine, which is, it makes the map like way different. It makes the map play a lot better as a small map. Allows you to get like wonder weapons out of it too, which is cool. But let's be honest, it's just a camo grind map. That's what all the survival maps are going to be. It's going to be a camo grind map, and I am still not done with the camo grind. Life has been kicking the butt recently, so haven't had any time to actually get this camo grind done. But I promise it'll be done soon, and I'll be able to give you more gameplay and more content other than just zombies. I recorded a little bit of Big Map with my friend before we got on, and that's the content you saw today. Just a tiny little bit. I maybe got like 2 or 3 kills. I barely experienced Big Map, and I need to put more time in. I played half of a game, so I gotta get in and play some Warzone and get better at it. I have been doing some aim training actually, and really kind of honing in on my aim itself. So I've mentioned this before, but I use the ULX. This is like a second gen or something ULX. This is medium, and I play on a glass pad. I play with X-ray obsidians. If you are familiar with those, I play on those skates on a SkyPad. Well, not a SkyPad anymore. They are called Wallhack. So I use a Wallhack pad. This is their velocity pad. It was a limited edition run, but now they've come out full production on it, and it's called like the SP005 or whatever. But this is the VA005 just for velocity. Anyways, so yeah, I've been taking my aim into a lot of consideration here, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. And Call of Duty is a very good way for me to really express myself aim-wise, seeing as Battlefield just kind of feels clunky with my aim. It doesn't feel consistent and it feels weird. So I've really been enjoying Call of Duty recently. Hope you guys are too. I still want to visit Battlefield. I still do, but Call of Duty is just too hot right now for me. I love it so much that I can't really put it down. I love Call of Duty right now, and I think that more people will as the year goes on. I think it's easy to hate Call of Duty because of what they did and for so many years, and because there's such a big audience to hate it now. COD would never die because there's such a big following until games came out that really shrunk the following. Arc Raiders came out, that shrunk it. Battlefield came out, that shrunk it. So it shrinks the player base of Call of Duty, and so it makes it easier to hate the game. Form your own opinion. Stop just being a sheep and going onto the Reddit and just spouting what you hear. Form your own opinion. Play the games you like, play them, and actually form an opinion on them. I'm really sick of the herd mentality here. You really need your own opinion. And you can't develop that off of listening to what other people say. That just is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings, and I hope you guys are enjoying Black Ops just as much as I am. I'm going to be pumping out some stuff here. Hopefully some high octane. You know, I'm looking to make some high kill gameplays and stuff like that. We will see. I may even do commentaries where I go in and try and show you how I play the way I play, how I can play at a high level, my journey there. I'm no, top 1% player, but I'm like a top 3% player. And I want to show you guys how I am improving constantly day by day. Without any further ado though, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.